I'm the oldest of 8 children, lived on a farm in Lebanon, Kansas, and I went to high school there, and after high school went to the CCC.
Oh, it was the Great Depression, you know, the 30s. And I just signed up down at Pineville, and they said, let's go. Family situation at that time was bad. That was right in the drought years, and the cattle were starving to death. There's no jobs, people starving and cattle starving, and this. So that's when I decided to go to the seas.
Back then, in the 30s, things was pretty tight, and we lived on a farm and didn't have much crop. So the money we sent home was a big boon to the family and also to the community. We got $5 a month, and $25 was sent home to the family for the family and the community, and helped both at that time.
Well, the daily routine, you worked. Every morning you get up at 8 and go out and come in at 4 or 5, whatever time it was, and that was your daily routine. And of course, of evenings, you were off, but you had to be back and bed check at 9 o'clock. You better be in your bed at 9 o'clock.
My first 6 months, I worked in the courthouse, the Department of Grazing, Department of Interior, as a clerk. Then the second 6 months, I worked in Lowell, Idaho, as a clerk in the orderly room.
I already had 2 brothers that had been in the seas, and then as soon as I was left to go to the seas, I was 18, I went to the CCCs. I was stationed in Springfield, Missouri, all the time I was in.
Combination, cutting brush, harvesting logs. When it's cold weather, I went to the kitchen. I wasn't about to freeze my rear end off.
It was a whole rock from the quarry up to what they call the chipping yard down here somewhere, where they shaped them rock sort of, and then haul them there to where they're going to lay them at, you know. And every once in a while I'd have to go to Cassville and get a load of sand, make mortar out of, you know.
While I was in Idaho, I went out and fought forest fires during the summer, and that was quite an experience. We had, carry back our backpacks and our sleeping bags. I had to have most of our supplies brought in by mule trains.
Anyhow, this other kid, he said, I'll tell you how you break the governor on that truck. Said, of course, kid like, you know, all he wanted to go fast, you know. But anyhow, he said, when you come down the mountain, come in here, you know, you have to come down the mountain either way you come in. Having first gear and open the throttle wide open and let up on it and push down and let up, push down and let up, and you can break that governor. Well, I did, but all I had done was broke the ring gear and pinion, the part that made it go, you know. Down the mountain I come. But I really, of course, didn't have any assistance on brake power. What you put on your foot is what you had. That's all you had. Boy, I really pushed that clutch down, or that brake down hard. I stayed slow enough till I could stay on the road. And then the shop was up what's called Dry Creek, here, where it is. And coasted almost up there, you know, before it quit rolling. And of course, needless to say, I got on the pick and shovel till I got my truck fixed.
Well, the camp was, as you probably know, was run by the military of the Army, and they were distant as the Army. We had our barracks Many, when we first went in, they had tents. We all lived in barracks, and the Army kept us during the weekend and night and fed us and clothed us, and then we were all just one happy family.
For us, we didn't know at the time there was going to be a World War II breakout, but the boys in the Seas were actually all called to the Army, of course, or service, and of course they already learned to live together, work together. They had half their basic before they had to go to war. So yeah, it helped wonderfully about the boys that went to war.
The training I had, and especially the military training, I got there, the marching things, they carried me right on through. When I got in the Air Force, I was made an assistant drill instructor right our first week, so that carried me all right on through into the Air Force, the military. So that discipline there was quite impressive.
We were military trained, and the job I had out of Vancouver Barracks gave me an insight almost a year in advance.
The statue is great. I think this is the 61st statue that's been. We're trying to get them in all the states. I think we're about 35 or 6 now.
I'm glad I left to see the statue go up. So you got to be almost 80 years old to be in the sea. So a lot of us old guys lucky. There's very few of us left. In my hometown, I counted 18 from Seymour.
Yeah.
I counted 18, and I think there's just 3 or 4 of us that's still alive, as far as I know.